Speaking of ideas that might be falling apart, we've told you that Paul Ryan has been involved in a bunch of different rumors that maybe Paul Ryan is going to be hand selected at the Republican National Convention to be the Republican nominee. Last week, a source close to Charles Koch said that the Koch brother is committed to making Paul Ryan the nominee. Last week, a source close to Paul Ryan said Paul Ryan would only be interested if the Republican Party was completely united behind him. But now Paul Ryan has put out a statement apparently making it clear he's not at all interested. Here's what he had to say. Let me be clear. I do not want, nor will I accept the nomination of our party. If no candidate has the majority on the first ballot, I believe you should only turn to a person who has participated in the primary. Count me out. It may be true that Paul Ryan doesn't want it. It may be true that Paul Ryan wouldn't accept it, but it might not. And what I can assure you is that Paul Ryan's statement is basically worth nothing. It's worth toilet paper. Paul Ryan initially said that he was not interested in becoming Speaker of the House, too. And he is now Speaker of the House. Now, Paul Ryan said that's totally different. He said that's apples and oranges. Being Speaker of the House is a far cry from being President of the United States. Let me remind Paul Ryan that apples and oranges are both fruits, and many people, when given the option, would choose apple or orange, and it would be a sort of reasonable decision to make. So I don't think that these are as different as Paul Ryan is saying that they are. I don't think Paul Ryan's denial is worth much to us at all.
So, okay. So we don't believe him. We don't believe his statement.
I'm not saying
how
that.
does this play out, though? I mean,
what I'm saying is his statement doesn't really tell us that what he's saying is true, because he's made statements in the past and now he's Speaker of the House.
Yes, that is true. I don't really, if he had the will to do this, is the idea that if he's thinking there's still a chance I'm willing to do this, is he thinking that I'm going to make it look like I don't want this?
Yeah, it's like season 4 of House of Cards.
Right. That's right. I was just thinking of House of Cards.
It's exactly the scenario. I don't want to spoil the specifics of it, but there was a very similar scenario in season 4 of House of Cards. I generally believe Paul Ryan, and he sort of has to say this. It would be seen very negatively by the Republican Party if he starts saying, hey, you know what? We do have a bunch of doofuses running, and it would be a good idea to nominate me instead. He can't say that. That's not politically viable. But to the extent that we know Paul Ryan's backstory, I believe that there is no question whatsoever that if the Republican Party did unite behind him at the Republican convention, he would do it. And the worst part of all of it is that Paul Ryan would probably have a much better shot of defeating the eventual Democratic nominee, and that's why this is horrifying.
No doubt. And the guy who would, I'm assuming, would do more harm than any other candidate on the table right now.
I think that there's a very good chance, because Paul Ryan is a good negotiator. When he cares to pass budgets, he can do it, although apparently now he doesn't care to. He could really do serious damage. Yeah, Trump is not going to get Mexico to pay to build a wall. Trump's not going to ban Muslims. Trump is not going to just single-handedly cancel all sorts of trade deals that, although they may be disastrous, the president can't just say, we're out of this entire thing. So the danger of the Trump presidency is quite different than that of a Paul Ryan presidency. We will follow it. If you have thoughts on this, I'm on Twitter at @Pakman, and Lewis is on Twitter at @LewisMotamedy. Warby Parker is offering a free 5-day home try-on to give you the opportunity to check out their glasses. I personally wear Warby Parker glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses, and I also started with one of these free at-home try-ons of 5 pairs of glasses. You can get your free home try-on and support the David Pakman Show at warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS. I don't really like going into glasses stores and trying on glasses while the salesperson sort of hovers over me, and I like more than 30 seconds to actually figure out whether I like the glasses. So with the Warby Parker home try-on, I was able to pick 5 pairs that I liked, put them on in the comfort of my own home, pick the one I like the most, and then Warby Parker put my prescription lenses in there for me. A lot of people don't know that the eyeglass industry is controlled by just a few big corporations that keep prices very high, like $300 for prescription glasses high, which is just insane. Warby Parker glasses start at $95. That's what mine cost. And for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need. You can try 5 pairs and see what you like.
Check out the at-home trial and support our show by going to warbyparker.com/TDPS. It costs nothing.